film and kind of look back, especially in that first half, just what was the biggest difficulty and lesson that you took away from it?
Well, I think defensively, we had a lot of breakdowns, that led to easy baskets, just layups and dunks and things that, it's just got to be harder. The second quarter, was tough. They were 7 from 3, something like that. That said, I think our offense has to help our defense. Some of that would be as simple as making an open shot and not having to defend in transition. And then there's other things. We've battled our spacing, and we've got to continue to really drill down on that and be unbelievably precise with where we are on the court, and that'll let us play together. That helps.
While you might not necessarily match up size for size, in some situations does it give you a little bit of an idea of how to maybe stagger maybe John and Quin against Williams and Horford a little bit?
Well, that was how the game started with John Quin, and Williams is just a unique player. I think some of the things he did in the game were the result of us getting beat on the perimeter. You're not going to be able to stop him from getting a lot, and then he can impact the game defensively when they're cross-match or something like that. We've obviously seen and we'll adjust to.
Some of the breakdowns inside, did any of them stem from people worried about the perimeter and all that being put out there?
I think we didn't get caught being too shifted or over-helping. You can make the argument that we should, because we were getting beat off the dribble, but when you look at some of those clips, we just got to do a better job. They do put pressure on you with your shooting, I think particularly with Al. 5 men, Clint, Hill, who maybe used to come over and protect the rim. That's difficult to do when their spacing is what it is, but that's why they're a really good team. I think we've got to contain the ball better. That'll really help. And, there are some situations where we did help when we need to, and we rotated out of it. So we're going to be in scramble situations if we don't keep the ball in front of us. And invariably, that's going to happen at times. Particularly when we get mismatches down low. There's no opportunity. If you get beat on a drive, the ball goes up. There's no opportunity to double team, hit, or do anything like that. So, and that's the position that they put me in. And we just got to do our best to not be in those positions as well.
There was a play yesterday where it looked like Marcus read kind of a lob play that you guys had set up and broke it up.
He ran a lob play?
It looked like,
okay.
Yeah, it looked like he broke it up, kind of read it.
We ran a lob play?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, does that just happen sometimes over the course of a game? Guys defensively read something you're going to do?
Yeah, with the defensive player of the year, sure, it happens sometimes. But to that point, I think being able to read helps situations. We had a couple of plays in the first half where it's almost a risk-reward thing. And then if he drops back and helps, there's probably somebody else you got to find. His anticipation is unique, and that's one of the ways he impacts the game.
You talked a little bit about your relationship with Joe yesterday. Brad seemed to be a guy who always looked up to you, things you did in Utah. You said you've become close with him.
I think I probably looked up to Brad.
Oh yeah, vice versa.
Way back when he was at Butler. But yeah, we've developed a really friendship that it's nice to have, particularly both professionally and also personally. And, I think I appreciate that. I think he does too. Someone I can talk to, bounce stuff off. Obviously we're not having dinner tonight.
Yeah. Were there things he kind of picked your brain on as far as the system you ran in Utah? Because he always praised you guys and what you did there offensively.
Well, we talk basketball in a lot of shapes and forms. Every team is different. So some of the things we did at Utah early on were not, changed as we were there longer and had a team. But I think any time you get two coaches that have a real love of the game, probably people will look at it and go, "You guys were talking about that." But you can learn from each other. I think it's the biggest thing, and I think we could both appreciate that.
When you look at some of the shooting struggles from three y'all had in that first half,
Yeah.
was it just one of those halves, or was there anything that they were doing defensively that did kind of take it away from that three-point line?
They have something called the QSQ rating, where you're able to see what percentage you would have shot on an average night. Needless to say, it was low. I think theirs was low too, actually.
It's below their average, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that happens sometimes in the playoffs, whether it's nerves a little bit, or physicality. They didn't miss in the second quarter, which made it really hard on us. I thought we did a good job of playing through, the shooting slump. I think that everybody's going to have stretches in the game where people make shots against you or you miss them. And I think the challenge is to not stop shooting them, but also to continue to drive the ball opportunistically. A lot of it, if they're taking it out of them, if you're taking it out of the net and they've scored, it's harder to generate good shots. But looking at the tape, we had good looks. We had looks that we want to shoot. And, sometimes when the ball doesn't go in, it's easy to say do something else. And if we don't take those shots, we're not going to win.
Just a quick attendance check. Was everybody able to go through practice today?
It was a non-contact practice, so we had full participation. A few guys, typical bumps and bruises that you limit in certain situations, but we'll be ready to go. Okay.
Thanks, Quin.